Hi, good afternoon. Welcome back to my vlog. So, I have some updates. Tomorrow is the day that I'm gonna have an orientation at my new job, and it is going to be a work from home position. Like, if anybody knows me, they know that ever since I've been to the USA, I've been trying and dying to get a remote position at a regular American company, like not a job under anyone from my neck of the woods who lives in the USA now, because I've had my share of bad experience there. I've had good experiences too, but financially it is not very prudent to work for someone like that. Instead, it's the best to get like an American company job. And my work starts on August 12th. I'm not going to disclose anything about my work, only that I'm going to be working as a remote patient monitor. So I think yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do. So it's basically like the senior, mostly senior patients who have chronic conditions. They have some devices attached to their bodies which send signal to the monitor, like myself, and we just keep an eye on them to make sure that their vitals are normal. We make sure that their blood pressure is not overly high or overly low. Same with their pulse and the respirations. And if something we see that has a red flag, like, oh my goodness, the patient is having something abnormal going on, then we let the provider know. So it's supposed to be like that. I haven't had my orientation yet. The orientation is going to be tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know how the work situation is going to be. The only thing I know is that it's work from home, and the company provided me with a device, which is a laptop and a charger. I may get a few more devices, or I may not get, I'm not sure. And I don't know if I have to keep the camera on during the work, or if it's going to be like off the eyes and just doing my work. Either is fine with me. Only problem is that I live in a one bedroom apartment, so if I have to keep my camera on, then I would have to get like a partition around my workstation, because this is my workstation and this is my husband's workstation. So if any one of us work something that is confidential or needs privacy, then we would have to put a partition in between. I won't have to talk to anybody, so not like he's gonna find out anything or there would be any HIPAA violation. That's for sure. So that's the one thing, my my job. Now, second thing about my dog situation. Like, uh, my ever since my girl Tina passed away, I've been really depressed. I haven't gone to a psychiatrist because I know that if I go to a psychiatrist, that would be a stigma. Whether, no matter how we tell people that, hey, it's cool if you have mental health issues, this is a supportive system, you can come out and you can get help. But once you go to a psychiatrist and you get on those psych meds, I mean antidepressant or whatever you call it, whatever you need, somehow it just puts you in a not so nice position with the employers. So I'm trying to give myself the cognitive behavioral therapy, and I'm trying to overcome the depression. Now, my behavioral therapy being, I'm trying to resume my normal routine as much as possible. It is really hard because whatever I did, and I was working from home as a contractor before, and everything I did with my dog Tina. Like, she was with me all the time. So doing anything without her, it's gonna be really tough, and it is really tough. It has been the toughest 1 month of my life. I can't tell you how hard it has been, unless you've lost a dog, and then you'd know. And also, I have watched hours and hours of posts about dogs. I've read up on them. I've been on those Facebook grief support groups. I've seen videos, numerous countless videos, all those things, and those helped a lot. So in the end, what I did is I reached out to one of the animal rescue shelters and submitted my application because I liked one of the dogs that I saw there. Even though her coat color and the eye colors are different, but her facial expression matches that of Tina's. Like, I mean, I have never seen a dog that doesn't look good. All the dogs, they're beautiful, no matter if, like, even if they don't have a nose, or like those snub nosed dogs, or even if a dog has two legs or whatever, they're beautiful no matter what. They're like flowers. It's like most women are like, when they see a baby, their heart goes boom. When I see a dog, my heart goes boom. I never had any maternal tendencies and towards humans, and I don't think I ever will, because I'm almost 40. If it didn't happen by now, it's unlikely that it will ever happen, like, in the future. But when I see a dog, I go crazy. And being without a dog who is that close to me, was that close to me, having that much emptiness, is not feasible for me. I cannot live on like that. So I applied for the dog over the weekend, and then I kept being in touch with them. I emailed them, messaged them, called them to make sure that my application reached the place that it needed to reach. And then the adoption director reached out to me. She had a over the phone interview. Then she got me an adoption volunteer who would walk me through the process and like do the reference check, do my background check. And I had to put three references on the application, and she is gonna talk to all of them, and then she's gonna give me a green signal if everything is okay. I gave her a virtual home tour today, and she said it looks okay, it looks good. Even though it's New York, you know how expensive New York is. Even though I live in the Bronx, it is still crazy expensive. But our landlord is good, and he has been really supportive of my dogs and our little family. So I think things will work out. I hope so. And I am hoping that I will get the dog that I really liked. Even though every dog is beautiful, but I just want someone who looks like my Tina, or at least reminds me of Tina. Like, take away the emptiness. Okay, these are the two things. Now, number three, I have received my certificate from my billing school. It was an online class. I told you, like, during that billing classes, I was so busy that I didn't see how sick Tina was, eh, which is a guilt I don't think I can ever get over. But I have received my certificate for completion of the course. It's not a national certificate, it just proves that I went to the school. Oh, I hope I didn't show my address. I mean, who cares? Not like I have $1 million sitting. I have bills that I need to pay. I have credit card loans. Like the last days when I was taking Tina from hospital to hospital, those bills. Then I've purchased a lot of things because I'm going back to school. This kind of school, not like the real back to school or anything. So those, and I'm really like this deep in debt over here. But I'm gonna keep on going into debt for the next 6 months. I don't care. I am gonna make it through to the other end and try to get my license as soon as possible. Which is hard because I'll be working full time. I am working full time, so not like I get a lot of time for anything. I'm trying to open my certificate. Now, on the sideline, I was toying with the idea of going back to RN school because I was at Bronx Community College and I was doing my prerequisites. I had almost finished them, and then I had dropped out because Tina was really sick. And I was thinking about going back. I even readmitted. I filled out the financial aid form. I went to the doctor, got my vaccinations done because it was during COVID when I first got into the college, and I did not really need to take my vaccination, even though I remember having a vaccine given to me. But they said they don't have any records, so that means I didn't get the vaccine. Maybe I saw it in my dream that somebody vaccinated me, which would be a real weird dream to have. Like, who has a dream that they're getting vaccinated in their college, right? But so far, I think it's a false memory, maybe. What is it called? Like the fabrication of memory, false memory? I forgot the term. Like, look, I'm making up false memories, but I can't remember the term that indicates a fabricated memory. But anyway, that this may be that. So I went through all the vaccinations, I took the doctor's letter, and then I decided not to go back to RN school right now because I want to pursue my other license that I'm trying to get. And also I went to the LPN school. It is Mildred Eli where I went. I really loved the advisor. She was so helpful. And I took the Accuplacer test, which was an English comprehension test. They had 20 passages, and I had to answer like whatever I comprehended from those answers. And I think the passing score was 260. I got a 258, so I failed. I would have to take that again, which is a bummer. But it was so freezing cold in that office that I couldn't concentrate. Like if it is hot, like almost scalding hot, I can take it. But if it gets a little cold, my whole brain freezes. So I am putting the blame on the cold for not passing that equalizer test. But that wouldn't be the problem. The LPN school was good. Would have been good. Like I could work 5 days a week with my work from home job, and then I could go to the LPN school, do the online class on Friday from home, and go to the class in person on Saturday. The Saturday class is like I think 7 to 7 or something like that. It's a very long class, goes on all day. I could do that, but I'm trying to postpone it for 6 months and see if I can get my license. I mean, sorry, I can pass any part of the licensing exam before I really dive into the nursing school again. So, Army not happening right now because I want to pursue my USMLE. RN school not happening right now because I want to pursue my USMLE. LPN school not happening right now because I want to pursue my USMLE. CBCS NHA examination, which is the billing specialist examination, I'm gonna take that in October because this is something I can study in my free time after doing my full-time job and studying for the USMLE. So that I'm gonna take, and if I can make it, if I pass this test, maybe before I finish the USMLEs, I'm gonna take the AAPC CPC exam. That's a lot of things to do for one person, but then I don't have any children. So my whole life is filled with goals that I need to fulfill, and I want to fulfill because those people, those who have children, they have milestones that they get from the children, but I don't have the milestones to fulfill from a child, a child. So whatever milestones I make, they give me the satisfaction. Is it selfish? Well, that's the topic for another time. Of course, it's not selfish. Like I am not procreating. What is selfish about that? There's like so many people in the world having children right now. This world is already overly populated. So, yeah, I'm doing the world a favor by not putting my gene onto an offspring. Ooh, look, it's pretty. They gave me a file. Now, if it doesn't have my address, then I'm gonna show you. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, look. This is my name, okay? It's a weird, exotic name. You don't have to remember that. But look, I passed it with honors. I didn't know that. And like, if you ever want to get into a online school or offline school, like a trade school, it's a trade school. I highly recommend Institute of Career Continuity because I have been with them ever since I've been to the USA. They are the cheapest, kindest, most helpful, nicest, and organized trade school one can ever find, honestly. Because everything they offer cost less than the cost in other places and takes less time, and they are very up to date with everything and very helpful. I really love the whole faculty, and okay, love it. So since like April, so many things have happened, especially like over the last 1.5 month. It's like everything that was in a stockhold has just opened up, like the dam has opened up and it's just flooding with events. So there's that. If anybody's watching, thank you for watching. Keep grinding because you only live once, and if you don't work it up to your heart's content, you will may not die as happily as I want to die. That's it. Take care. Bye. Talk to you soon.